Story Models kit review time. Today we've got Bandai's latest release. Down here we've got Slave One from Star Wars. Now this is obviously Boba Fett's, ship, very iconic, completely different from anything you've seen. It's almost like a type of, bottom dweller off the sea and all the rest of it. Something a little bit different about this. It's in 1/4/4 scale, as you can see. And with this one, as we know, with all Boba Fett stuff, you can do and weather it and all the rest of it, because this thing does particularly look kicked in. Okay, looking around on it, that's actually what we've got. No problem with that as well. Let's say deceptively big, this thing. It doesn't look very big look at the cockpit, but actually when you see the people walking up in there, you can just see how big this thing actually is. And again, looking around on it, so your kit number for this one is 0200638. Okay, some more pictures of it down there, showing it on its stand as well, and then round to the other side just like that. So in the box, absolutely crammed. First time I've actually opened this box, so it's all new to me. Okay, so we've done Boba himself, all right, and we had a few what I would call colour problems. Be interesting to see, because obviously the colour scheme follows what he wears to his ship as well, so it'd be interesting to see how that actually is. So what we're going to do, you can see we are crammed full of items down in there. So we'll just move this out of the way just for a sec. And we've got the actual booklet itself. Okay, usual thing with these. This one, oh, actually, it's a book. It doesn't pull out. I thought it was going to pull out. Okay, so talking through, so obviously you've got your cockpit set, two-seater at the front and all the rest of it. A little bit of an instrument panel, tiny little boa to go in there, get Boba Fett actually in there, and then obviously going right the way through all the usual things, putting it in. So we've actually got a detailed cockpit and system going in there. Then we're working down back in the back half, as you can see, the back clam, if you like, going through there. Some nice details putting those in, different colors, all the sections going down in there, and again all the little piping bits and pieces, as you can imagine, all the way through, all the different sections to make up that bottom of the actual power unit for this aircraft. Or aircraft, a spaceship. Okay, going through all the different ones, as you can imagine. We've got the little wings, the paddles on the side, going through, putting those in. Got the turrets themselves, the actual guns. Okay, putting those in. So those ones are going to go in. No, actually, sorry, that's not. That's the little wing parts coming down. Okay, the actual toners, and then working our way through the tail system and the cockpit, all being put in. Putting that tail section on, around the cockpit area, going down there at the front, and this is actually quite a nice detail. You can actually see where you got the two passenger and then the pilot figure one at the top, showing those as they go right the way through, and then putting those in. Guns on the bottom, looks like they're movable as well, and then in onto the top. So we got looks like we got an option, do we have an option? Looks like we have an option down there between the bigger guns or the small guns. Ah, interesting. Makes you wonder. Different versions of the films, different stylings on these, things like that. So there we go. So you've got the do types in there. The actual ring area is going around on the turret. It's got a nice display stand with this one to hold it up in the vertical right the way through, or you can have it downwards, whichever way you want to do it, because it is obviously positionable on the actual the winglets itself, so you can have him down with a ramp at the back if you wanted to as well. So that is a very nice touch, which I didn't know about with this particular one, and going right the way through. And then at the back, as you see, the iconic color scheme, all the weathering and damage and everything else that you can put on this one. As we said, with a lot of them, you don't have to worry about it. This one, you really want to weather this one, fade it back, pull it back, and all the different things you can do with it. Chipping is an absolute essential for this one. So where do we start? Let's have a start down in here. All right, so the usual thing with the Bandai stuff. So we've got some very nice different styles in here. So you've got clear parts down on here, as well as the detail parts, and you've got the clear reds for the laser bolts coming out at the back of the guns as well, as if he's firing. All right, very nicely done, very clean, crisply molded, very nice lines are all been put in there, very nice. The clear parts, very, very clear, to the point of better than, considering the way that this is molded, it always makes me laugh that how comes Bandai can put in here crystal clear parts, no problem at all, but literally you come in with your Airfix and all the rest of it, they have a dedicated sprue for clear parts, and they're not. You'd think this one wouldn't be as good because it is sort of all done in one, but these are beautifully done, very nice, very clean, very crisp. Usual thing with all their kits, we've yet to find any real problems, as in, you know, faults with various parts such as obviously ejector pins in the wrong place. That never happens. I've never seen a mismold yet or anything else like that. We have seen a couple of seam lines though, down into things, so they're things to be aware of. Right, so we've got this guy at the back here. This is the back plate, okay, that actually goes on the bottom of it, that everything's going to attach to. So you've got all the dark pits. You've also got the cockpit things down in here and all the different areas like that. As you can see, extremely nice, very clean, very crisp with all of this. But the level of detail is absolutely beautiful. And again, these parts are sharp to touch, which is, you know, it's quite weird how cleanly and sharply molded they're done. This is down here on the blind side, on the back side, and again, we've still got beautifully molded parts down in here, extremely well detailed. But I'm amazed by the level of detail in this cockpit area. All the different things, considering the scale of it as well, it's absolutely fantastic, beautifully done. And we've got these other parts down here as well, as you can see, various areas, beautifully done. And again, this isn't sort of black, this is actually like a, I don't know, dark dirt colour for want of a better word. It's very similar, it's like a blacky brown colour. It's very nicely done. Okay, then we come in with these. Okay, so we've actually got the decals here. Now the decals themselves are really good, just it's the stickers that are horrible, which will be coming along shortly somewhere, no doubt. Okay, so down here we've got a tan one. So we've got the laser cannon, sorry, these are the paddles coming down. I keep seeing laser cannons, they look like it. Coming down, the different parts all coming off of this, very clean, very sharp, very nicely molded. This grilling's lovely, beautiful detail down in these guys just here. You can probably hear it, they're absolutely really sharp, very nicely done. And there's an old favourite. We'll just drop the camera down to show this guy. There is Han frozen in carbonite, which does look screen accurate as well. That is beautifully done on there. So if you did want to recreate him going into the back of the ship, that is him there. But once we've got the camera zoomed in, this detail is absolutely phenomenal. This is beautiful stuff just down in here. Absolutely love it. And some of the parts, if we just have a little bit of a whip round here, you can see exceptionally nicely done. All very, very good. So we actually love that. That is fantastic. Okay, then this other one here, we've actually got, as you can see, some more of the parts. This is obviously the tail unit running back to the gun at the rear, and all the other ones down in here. Some very nice stuff. All of these, as you can see, very nice. Be done. If we just flash around, and then down in here, we actually have the man himself. So we've got him standing and sitting. Okay, beautifully done, very nicely molded, but hopefully you can see in the close-up here how beautifully done and molded a lot of this stuff is. It really is very, very nice. So we've got this down here. Makes a change for it to be in one. This is the stickers. This is what you don't want. They are horrible. Get rid of them. They just don't work. Okay, so down here we've got some more of the nice parts, beautifully done, very nice, very clean, crisply put in here, and all the rest of it. A lot of these are the bottom engine parts, so obviously on the blind side you can see them as well. Very nicely done, great attention to detail on all of these Bandai kits. They are absolutely exquisite. Okay, and then last but not least, we've actually got the base plate. So you've got options on this to actually put the curbing, if you like, around here in different forms, and then you can put the blanking plate in just to have it sitting on, or if you wanted to, you can actually put the pole in and have him up and use him as a display base for him flying actually in there. Again, very, very nice. Now, if you're watching this live, you're watching this on the, what are we, 27th today, on Friday. Obviously, next week is Star Wars week. Starting on Tuesday on the 1st, we're actually going to do a month of builds. This is definitely one of the ones that is going to take part. What I'm going to have is like a mini vote in the forum for this. Obviously, if you're watching this later on down the line after December 2015, it doesn't count, but you choose what I'm going to build. There's a couple of ones I am going to build anyway, but technically you can choose. This is going to be the ones I am going to build, but if you want to see any other of the Bandai range, we've got them all here, then just shout and then we can do them. All right, we've got a couple of them done already. We've already done the ATST, we've already done the X-Wing, we've already done the TIE Fighter. They are full builds up on the site right now, fully weathered and detailed. So if you want to see those, you can go and see them already. But definitely, if you are a Star Wars fan, I say this with every review, get these kits. They're not a problem. There was a big panic a couple of months ago because basically Bandai stopped selling outside of Japan. You can still get them. I bought in, this particular one came from eBay Japan via the UK. Just do a worldwide search and it came up with it, no problem at all. Very reasonable price and free shipping, and I'll be honest, didn't get caught by customs either. So it slipped in underneath the radar, which saved me my usual sort of 13 to 18 pound charge that I get from Royal Mail to bring it into the UK. So I managed to get this one in with no one knowing. So there we go. That is Bandai's 144 Slave 1 kit. Absolute must.